pack up the van. We get ready to go out to Muncie to the team selection. Well, every time we pack up and we're going to leave tomorrow morning, I got a flower growing here. All year I've been watching this flower grow in my pond. And all the fish, all the babies are sitting out in the sun here. I don't know if you can see some of them. We've got about 50 or 60 babies, and it looks like we haven't had a dead one yet. It looks like they're doing pretty well. But anyway, it's looking like the weather's going to be nice for the trip tomorrow. I guess we'll find out. Got to say goodbye to the fish, say goodbye to peeps, and get this car packed. Get ready to go through the tunnels. Tunnels in Pennsylvania. Anyway, we're going to take the Typhoon, but we're really going to try to be competitive with Strega, and we're going to try to spend the bulk of the time with Kent Tyser, trying to help him pick up some tips and learn from each other and coach each other, and basically number one priority is have a great time. Looks like we're going to have a really wonderful traveling day. They're predicting a beautiful day. And if you recognize some of the scenery around here, this is because they make The Sopranos right here. When you see the opening scene of The Sopranos, it's right where I am now, going down the turnpike, down to wherever they film it, Nutley or whatever. Anyway, I'm really hoping we're going to have a great time. Looking forward to being with Kent for a little while. We only get to see him 2 or 3 times a year. Enjoy every time we're together. Recognize the building? Every time we make this trip, go through the tunnels, do our whole thing. One more chapter of your life is behind you instead of in front of you, and it's something I always reflect on. I would drive out there. Usually a 12 to a 14-hour drive, depending on the traffic and how much of Pennsylvania is ripped up. Now, it's funny how on a long trip, when you're alone, at least I'm alone, mentally alone, I start designing paint jobs and I start thinking of things that have no basis in reality. I'm looking at trucks for some ideas for a new paint job, for whatever. And every time I go through these tunnels, I just can't help but wonder, is it going to be raining inside the tunnel? And I wonder, in my lifetime, it's crazy things you think about. I wonder how many times I've actually gone through this tunnel on the way to a model plane contest, or to Brodax, or Nats, or whatever. And I wonder how many times I have left. And I wonder, when I go through this for the last time, I wonder if it's going to feel any different than it does any other time. And that shows you that I am mentally incompetent, and I am losing my mind from driving through Pennsylvania too many times. Anyway, it's not raining inside the tunnels today. Amazing. But it just shows, I've been on a lot of road trips, and having a nice day, having a road trip, frees your mind up from the reality of having to make gas tanks and carbon flaps and who knows what. And I'm already thinking about, I've really got a picture forming in my mind for some new planes as well as the B-25. This is my favorite. That double tunnel. Now you wonder why they just didn't make one big tunnel here. Anyway, so far it's been a nice day. And it's amazing, I don't know. Road trips, if you've never been on a road trip, you're missing one of life's great adventures. Here's the deal. Instead of making a plane lighter, I'm just going to fill it with helium on the way to the team trials. Actually, it'd be interesting. This is the one event, by the way, in the whole world where they weigh the planes. The one event in the whole world, you can use any lines you want as long as they pass the pull test. That's a real safety feature. You can't use an electric starter. And we just were told last night, Bob Lampione had a terrible accident, stuck not only his finger, his whole hand into a carbon fiber prop, and even lost part of his thumb. They couldn't even find it. So we're going to know more about that. I'm going to call him tonight. An unfortunate accident. F2B is a unique event, unique in all the world. It bears very little relationship to AMA stunt. The scoring's different. No appearance points for anybody who doesn't know. And you're not allowed to use helium. I'm going to sneak up behind his truck and fill up Strager with helium. No, it's Thursday morning. We hung out at the field last night, had a couple of flights, but really didn't accomplish much. And amazingly enough, look at this. No trouble getting two rooms together on the ground floor, and that is really a treat. Kent took some kind of shortcut on the way up here, and it was 90 miles longer than the way he normally comes. And I got to we're supposed to be exit 16 or 17 on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, where I was supposed to get off or get on. I went right past the exit, went 30 miles out of the way, so you can see the mist and the dew, and that's what it's like here early in the morning. Anyway, we're going to go have something for breakfast, get down the field, see who else is here. You can see a fog is, whatever you call this in farm country, fog, mist, dew, it is everywhere. Look at that sun. Oh man, this is really a beautiful place. Our first beautiful flying day turned into a predicted next 2 days of thunder showers, so you can see they're coming and lightning is back there. And on our way to the field, we saw a terrible accident where two people got killed right by the motel, so kind of put the kibosh on all our practice. Yeah, it turned into that kind of a day. Some serious lightning going on. Anyway, we got a little maintenance to do on Kent's plane, so it's turning out to be a productive afternoon. Tomorrow is the big weigh-in, and we're going to show this more lightning. Whoa! Oh, you're up, Kent. Gee. What it is there's a limit of 2,000 grams, and once you get above that, which is 70 and a half ounces, you need to pull 66-pound pull test. So we will make sure Kent's just under the limit. We want to make sure he has plenty of helium. I was following a truck on the way out here that had helium. I was thinking, back it right up. Let's see what this puppy weighs. Cradle so he can weigh his, that's cool. That'll work. And you could zero the scale out with that cradle already on there, right?
Right. So it weighs 23 grams.
23, okay. That Kent's under by 5 grams. 1995?
1995.
Oh, you lucky dog. I can't wait to see this at the weigh-in. We'll find out if your scale is calibrated anyway. The way it looks, it may not even be a contest. It may be a rain day. You got lighter wheels too? Okay. So you're well within the limit. What are you worrying about? I had to bring mine in here and see what it is. This is 1824? 1824. This is 1995, 100 grams difference. It's in the mid-60s.
1824.
And that's got the real wheels on it, too. It doesn't even have the fake little light wheels.
1824, estimated guess, 60...
65, 66?
67.
67.
66, 67.
When Warren weighed it last year on the baby scale, it was 68 2 years ago. So it got an ounce lighter after the crash. You sure you do this for a living? We're being attacked by Stragers here. Stragers to the left of us.
That says 64.3. That ain't
64, can't be 64. It was 68 on Warren's scale last year.
18.
And it's got raindrops on it.
20.
Oh no, it could be the carbon tank. I forgot.
Yeah,
it had a 2 ounce heavier tank last year. Yeah, it might be.
Divided by
You're right.
28.35 equals 64.3.
Wow. There's hope for you yet. It'll never fly the same, now that I know it's not 70 ounces. Oh, boy, if you only knew, the weather has just been very disappointing. And like any other event, at any other time, even a Nats or whatever, the weather plays a big part in it. It's predicted 40% rain chance today all day. And it sure doesn't look promising this morning, but we're heading down a field and hopefully going to get some flights. It would be a nice treat to have an hour or two of practice. Yes, no matter what you say, and I'll say it over and over again, part of this contest is going to be the way the weather blows out. Actually, Tom Dixon, here he's turning around. He was out here flying this morning in his rain. But he was the only one, that's for sure. Anyway, it looks like we're going to have a better part of the day devoted to rain. But we'll find out. It's Indiana. But see, if you don't know this, if you come to a team trial thinking it's always sunny or always fluffy or something, it ain't going to happen, baby. The weather plays a big part in all of model aviation. And what this means now, from a tactical point of view, is people that are here that have a plane with thousands of flights on it and they're all trimmed out for these conditions, well, they're ahead of the game. Guys that are here with something new or they want to make some changes, it's kind of a handicap. So we're all part of the great world of F2B. Well, finally at 000, it has stopped raining and Howard Rush is testing the air for static electricity right now, doing official static test. By the way, Howard, thank you. Peeps thanks you for that wonderful, wonderful sign, aerodynamics, that he has in his cage from Boeing. And the essence of the day has been rain, rain, go away. So Tom Dixon is putting in a flight over here. All the women, hide all the women. They've arrived.
You don't need to worry about the women. John and Ronnie getting too old. How you doing, Bruce?
Happening. Howard Rush getting a practice flight here. You can see the wind is still, but we still don't know what kind of weather. This is going to be the last practice day. Tomorrow's the contest. So we'll be all going with minimum practice. Should be quite a time if the weather doesn't change. But the weather is the controlling factor here today. A lot of what's going to happen is going to depend on this weather. Well, looks like some of the people are finally arriving on the circles. We're going to get some flights, practice flights, but again, the weather is the overriding thing. We're hoping tomorrow is going to be good. And we hope that helium truck shows up, because tonight they get to weigh all the planes. All the guys that tell you about their 48-ounce planes, they're really 47. I always enjoy that part of team trials a lot, when the stunned faces of the people who have mysteriously added 6 ounces to the weight of their plane since they built it, and I'm probably one of them. Now, we actually weighed them in a motel the other day, make sure we're not over, can't be over 70 and a half ounces. Or you get this ridiculous, you have to pull a tractor across the field with a van attached with the emergency brake on, and that's supposed to ensure safety. But that is the rules. And we don't know how the rules got to be the rules, but they is the rules. Howard Rush's Paul Walker's private mechanic for the B-17, and he probably put in about 2,000 hours of labor as they prepared the bomber for the last NACs. We got it all on video. In fact, we made a dedicated B-17 video for anybody that would like to have that to play all winter in a shop while you're building your B-17. Three-year-old Impact of Howard Rush is really in nice shape, really not showing much sign of usage. Actually feels like it's getting cool now. It was up to this point, it was just unbearably hot. Feels like we might get some cool weather moving in, which will compound the problems of people metering fuel and having these quick runs and things. All part of the game. The game of F2B. Powell looking chipper and spry with his Dove. One of the candidates for the junior team here. Mr. Stewart for you. Flying a Stan Powell design Dove. Tom Dixon on the back circle. Looks like we got a full mirage of people out here. Bob Giesky was recently caught stealing a battery from one of the competitors while they were flying. Looks like they've got the battery out.
Until September the 9th.
They're playing the Giants early on, aren't they?
I'm not sure. I don't have my schedule with me.
Well, maybe that's preseason. Maybe I don't even know.
No, they open up with the Cowboys and then play the Eagles.
Oh, Cowboys, there's a win.
That's an easy win. Another Dallas fan.
No, I am a Dallas fan. But they are just so... Jerry Jones has got them so screwed up.
They have so many cap problems that.
I want to fly here.
That's it.
I gotta go sand the back of my spinner.
We don't know what happened to Stan's plane, but apparently it's and it's really breezy, getting breezier by the minute here. Wind is blowing pretty good here. Will Rich get in a practice flight? Fitzgerald getting in a flight. It looks like what happened with Stan's plane, the push rod from the belt crank had come off of the horn. We don't know for sure yet. Fitzgerald, our current national champion and always one of the top flyers on the field. session. Had a lot of fun. Fooling around. Sadly, Stan did lose the model, and that's a shame. That was a beautiful model. But now we have the one unique feature of F2B. We have to weigh the models. And we have the pilots meeting down at the AMA headquarters. Now, this year there's been a little change to the F2B rules. They weigh the pilot and the model together. You can't be over 220 pounds. And you lose, Bill. You're out. Oh, man. Look how many circles they could have made for they spent on this building.
Steve Caleb says we shouldn't be dripping any fuel on this carpet upstairs.
Better take my plane out of here, then.
He's checking out the...
What are they doing, them upstairs?
Yeah.
In case you didn't realize, these are stairs. See, that tells you it is stairs. Window. How do you know that sign is there if you're blind? Huh? Come on.
I guess you're groping around.
You have to know. Oh, no oil on Steve's carpet. No tune pipes.
We'll be leaking.
Oh, Fancher's is dripping.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Better get an oil pan under Fancher's plane.
Coming off of it, nice piece of saw. Something slid out the end of it or something.
Well, yeah, but I don't know, I once thought here, well, I've talked to Warren and
It's appearance judging the way it should be. Nobody looks at the planes. Are we going to go to the room or yeah? Step on it.
are you going to do the appearance judging?
This one looks nice.
There's no appearance judging. They don't look at the planes. Don't drop it, Warren. That's...
And stick around for, we'll have a little pilots meeting after we're through weighing the airplanes. Put it back there or out in the hall. Back in the car,
Oh my God.
Okay. That's it. And he's ready to fly, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think when they post the lineup, they ought to...
51399.
We ought to add the weight to the score. 5-1. Go to Germany, Ed. Yeah, you're going to Germany. I like that. That would be an interesting... Hey, Ted, you're going to end up flying. Don't have to fly home. That's in case I can follow you, you're all in trouble.
1.70.
No mathematicians in the whole thing of Panther. They can add to 10.
Remember the number when Brett pulls up, then we'll ask him.
If they did that, the way it goes by,
Penny's got the only one here, loose potholes.
just slam it down.
Duct tape it.
All sit on the scale. Whitney's gonna have this on video, then you come back and put your message back.
You can erase the scale digitally and put in 59 ounces. Oh, Randy's is heavier than Kurt's. Uh-oh.
Want the readout over where you can see it?
That's where I noticed over after.
No matter what plane you put on there, it's 170. If you stand on it, it's 170.
What do you want? What's that?
What's your view? 1.81 compared to 737. What do you have trouble with here? 1.73.
What's the record? 1.70?
Coming up on 2 point something right there. What's your mean of measuring?
I think Josh is
I think you're in first place, Frank, with a 188.
How did the judges? Oh,
Yeah, but the good ones are coming.
Mine's coming, so get ready for second place.
I might have to go.
Oh.
You record them across there. 70, recording here. Yeah.
You bet. Because I want to hear this all year and everybody's playing is 59.2.
He doesn't announce them?
They can't figure out how to convert it.
0.79.
Oh, you almost had McMillan on that one.
how are you?
Hey, Teddy's still. What's your?
Teddy's coming. And then I'm coming.
Pressure.
64805. Okay.
Hey, yes, I did.
Oh, my, you got it.
Just one more reason to have wing gear.
Everybody sits flat. Yep, 1.83.
We have a new leader here.
No, Howard's not even in contention.
Plastic spinner and all that.
Hey, he didn't have that spinner on at the field today. Where's that metal spinner that weighs 2 ounces?
We got a new leader, 1.88.
1.88! Wait till I get there. Oh, you'll show him, Ted. Teach him a lesson.
You gotta show him what heavy is.
Right.
It sets it down between each move.
I'm still in good shape.
Hey, watch out, watch out. You better push it.
All they used to. Let's see what they lost them.
We all want to see what they are.
Put your finger on a scale, man.
Better get a plywood hat. 184, you're not even near it.
He's not even in first place.
Got all the parts in this baby?
I would have just.
I am.
I don't see the pipe. The pipe's not in it.
It's hanging.
Except a dummy pipe. There's nothing to it.
71 and a half ounces.
Okay, what's the verdict?
What is it?
48.
0.7.
Like it always was.
He's not the winner.
I don't know what they're weighing in, kilograms or something? Kilograms.
Metric tons.
They don't tell you now?
You were 1,840 Grammys.
Oh! That's 1840?
1 before this.
1.57.
1.57?
Oh, wait a minute, you gotta put a little extra weight on that one. You gotta.
I smell a protest.
Wait a minute. Say that again. Here with the angles. Oh, is that coming up here?
This was a
What's that now?
You get a calculator? That's 3 pounds. 8.5.
I think you need a 4-ounce handicap. 1.57 times 2.2. Get the calculator. Make that later.
You're gonna have to have a hand. That's too much. Yeah, I remember that. That's
Well, you can't put the wheels on the box.
Whoa.
55. That's good. That's good. Okay, I was close. Put it this way.
Yeah.
He's got a 4-blade crop on.
Yeah, if you use the 2-blade, that's what I'll do.
Crop will make it later.
But that don't mean nothing.
Yeah, but Brett's up to 3 now, so we got...
Yeah, I think he's 6. Who's got a calculator brain?
They got a calculator over there.
1.78.
No wheel pants. Those skinny, free-flat wheels are called, according to Dirty Dan Rutherford, they're butt ugly. Wheel pants.
1780? That sounds strong.
Not on the box, not on the box. You can't work it on the box.
Oh, I know, I didn't see that. Nice try, though.
I don't know. I'm gonna go run out and calculate. 28.35. I'm not in the box, I'm not at the top.
The inside ring is everything outside?
Yeah, looks like it.
No problem with it. Well, we would apply.
There you go.
1.64.
1.6.
That's pretty close. They weighted at 1610 up there.
Let's pick up another.
And what's your AMA? 68520?
Yeah. Well, so.
Let's see if you can beat Frank McNolan's record here.
Hey, Skinny.
Whoa! 1.98. That weighs as much as a real Mustang.
1.98.
Boy,
It's getting there.
Frank has been put on a back burner.
66 pounds. Kent, what's your AMA number?
53, 48, 96.
How much?
53, 48, 96.
53, 48.
all that extra paint from the AMA number. That's what. 1.62.
Decals. Hank, did you bring when you put that out, bring mine in, okay? I want the last flight of the day. Who's in first place? Ken? He's up there. Okay. Big time.
Milo was worried about you.
He's way out there in front.
Shreen was worried about you.
Uncatchable.
Teddy's over here going, yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, this is public information.
No. 1.58.
1.5.
1.59. It fluctuates. Give him a 5.8.
Okay, Bill, we got the last two flights of the day. Make it good ones.
We're gonna get our letters, so.
Probably spinner on the TV later.
No, actually, I didn't. I don't think the nose weight out either. Actually, I don't think I have nose weight.
Got the world's ugliest pipe in it, I can tell you that.
Come out of work.
Was it? And worth every penny, too.
I'm not sure it was ever yellow.
It's getting there. It's rust.
Well, that was too.
1.83.
Is that second place, or?
What's the number? 138,
138,661.
We had several.
I don't think anybody's going to beat Ken.
Kent's got it.
Ken's got it. Mr. Pothole. Mr. Ranowski.
Good, do the... And don't scratch it up either.
You're not putting your airplane on there too, are you?
Yeah.
I want you to see that baby get scratched.
Hold your thumb on it a little bit while you're doing that.
1.84. 1.84.
God.
Look at it this way, Ken, you won something this weekend.
72,618?
Yeah.
It makes it a challenge.
Okay, Stan is, couldn't find all the parts, so he's had it.
Oh. Oh.
It's really, what was the name of the airplane? Oh, yeah, he said the same thing to me.
That's all.
Have weighed your airplanes according to the, or presented your aircraft in accordance with the following conditions. That is, the weight taken to determine the minimum loading and minimum weight is that of a complete model aircraft in flying order but without fuel.
Yes, sir.
Does everybody certify themselves as that?
We do.
Okay. You trust me, I'll trust you.
Ted, we're leaving.
I know there is a requirement in the rules that says that thou shalt have USA written on the flying surface as opposed to an N or an NX or an AMA. I am not going to concern myself with the enforcement of that particular rule because there are only going to be 3 people when they leave your Sunday that are going to have it on their airplane, and they'll have time to get it on there between now and next July. Incidentally, the worlds directly conflict with the Nets again next year. So let's see. All I have is that based on the weights of all of the aircraft here, everyone will be pulling 2 kilograms tomorrow, or 20 kilograms, excuse me, which is 44 pounds. I like 2 better. You like 2 better? Yeah. You're usually 8,000 tables, you know. Let's see, the maximum line length is 70 feet 6 inches. We will be checking that tomorrow. Tomorrow, as you know, we're going to be flying 4 flights, 2 flights in front of each set of judges. Your best flight in front of each set will be combined to give the 10 qualifiers for Sunday's finals, where you will be flying 3 flights in front of 1 set of judges, best 2 flights counting. In the past, there have been no awards given, presented in an effort to save expenses and provide more funds for the team members. However, I am given to understand that Tom Dixon has, I assume, financed on his own hook,
And being about 1,500 girls.
good, okay, have financed this is to be a perpetual trophy, is that correct?
Is the Ball Bear Perpetual Trophy to be awarded to the F2B team selection winner, much as the Walker Cup is every year at the Nats. I got it out in the car. I haven't wanted to get it out so far for fear of damaging it, but we'll get it out tomorrow.
Save it for Sunday. That's a good idea. I think it's something that hasn't been done. It's certainly an opportunity, and I can't think of a better person that could be involved with it.
Is it intention to have the team's name on it, or only the winner of the?
I believe only the winner of the team trial.
It's awarded to the highest scoring contestant in the F2B team selection program.
Commemoration of the team would be wise too. I'll think about it.
That's somebody else's pocketbook.
Well, Ted's gonna pay for it, that's no problem.
Yeah. All right. Last time we weighed the airplanes in ounces, and the person who was imminently close was severely wounded when everything was announced in ounces. So we did it in kilograms this year, and the winner and champion of the weight contest is the heavyweight contest, that is Ken Tizer.
Thank you.
Who was in second place, Frank?
It
A tie.
was a tie between Frank McMillan and Howard Rush.
Oh.
And the
Not enough carbon fiber.
The winner is, isn't this a surprise? Bill Winch manages to keep building airplanes really light, but he still hasn't found one that's too light, so he keeps working on it. We're going to start our flying, I know what I need.
What do Billy's weigh?
1.57.
Holy cow.
Airplane can't you go? Tear these up, I need, we're going to do a very democratic system here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Write down the names of, if you can, and while I'm talking here, of the open contestants, and one on each little sheet, and we're going to draw out of a hat for the volunteers to warm up the judges tomorrow morning, of which we are going to have 3. We have, that's what it says in the rules, and she was the last person to want to go against the rules, and besides, Gary's getting paranoid about the fact that he asks all these pilots to fly and they can't manage to do it. So this will be a condition of employment, as it were, tomorrow. So if you are chosen, you shall fly for the judges. And we got to warm them up, so that's where we're going to do it. And my guess is that I think that's such a good idea that we'll probably do something like that for the Nationals. And that way nobody feels picked upon and intimidated, and we have some people who have very skillfully avoided any display prior to the event in the past, so it may be that the Super Bowl winner will be somebody that hasn't done it before. That's the format of the thing. I thought Gary wanted to talk about something, but I don't know where he is.
Being weighed.
You want to speak to that? Yes.
Just got a quick question. I know
Certainly.
FAI does not require the safety funds, but because we're the AMA Center,
we have not required safety thongs in the past, and since we are running in accordance with that, we can be thongless, as it were. Okay?
that was my problem.
Well, she had a couple other problems.
Hers wasn't a safety problem.
The unsafe.
Are there any other questions before I'll turn it over to Keith Kosel, who is filling in? We had the judges' election, and I know they were all chosen by the folks, and Bob Gialdini was one of those who was voted to be a judge, but he called a couple of weeks ago and said that he could not make it. So fortunately, Keith is on site, and he was also a judge that had been nominated, so he will be judging this weekend. So we have 10 judges. We will be using 5 on each circle tomorrow, and on Sunday we have in the past used 7 for the finals. We may cut that back to 6 to help expand the juniors from 3 to 4 judges, because they, I think, are close enough in skill level that we want to give them the best shake that we can. Without, the last thing we want to do is give them a short shrift on the deal. Just a second, Robert. You had a question.
I just want to know if you just tell us which circles we're going to use.
The 3 and 4, the one that the main practice circles that we've been using. I think those are.
That's for all 4 rounds. It'll just.
You'll go back and forth. Yes, that's correct. Robert.
They throw out the high and low score.
Our own Kent Tice are here right after the appearance. I hope you enjoyed that weigh-in of models. That is fun. Fun to look back at that years later. Cool evening. Is it nice being out here? Oh man, this is really stun heaven. Little breeze. It's cooled down from the hot day that we had. Dried up from the rainy day we had. The only one I think still due in is Alan Brickhouse, who had a obligation tonight that he couldn't be here. He probably will be here tomorrow, though, and that'll round out the field. Tomorrow they will take the top 10, and Sunday fly the top 10 off. The top 3 of the top 10 get a free trip to wherever the worlds are, somewhere in Germany, I believe. And everybody else, it's read 'em and weep till next year. Even the guy in 4th place. Read 'em and weep. using one of our carbon fiber tanks. The other other one is in my plane, and Dave Fitzgerald has the third one. There's three. Dave's going to do some testing for us, and hope he has some good luck with that. To give you an idea who the last man flying out here is, the lunatic of Muncie's. Oh no, Kent's still here. And the two Stragers stay out long after dark when they should have been home. They're going to get punished.
You don't have daylight you had in July, do you?
No, it's 7:30 and it's already there. We're the last. Well, the groupers are leaving. We're leaving. It's time because we got to be here early to train the judges.
I think one of the neatest things about leaving the field late at night like this, as we head out for some food, is just looking at what a beautiful sunset you have in Indiana here. And we've had everything today. We've had rain, we've had wind, we've had stun heaven, and we've had a beautiful sunset. We've weighed the planes, and tomorrow the competition begins. This morning, as predicted, it is absolutely freezing out here. I ran back into the motel, put long pants on, and got a sweatshirt. I just hope this is not gonna snow today. Oh, want to see something? Look at the size of this bug up in the window here. You think this is a mosquito from... They get in the van when you open it up.
It's Saturday morning. We're ready to start. We got the lucky job of warming up the judges for the first time. First flight. That's done. We're just getting ready now. Last of the warm-up flights to start the competition. And we're getting ready for the first flight of the competition.
It makes much more sense to move full test than it does to move the airplane. But always attitude to these type pull tests. Back up. Good life is all good. Well, better than a quarter of
That's okay.
537.
I was probably not the most. I was hitting them on. The only thing I hit them was close enough for sumo stunt.
We have
Cowboys start the first round here on Saturday.
I just couldn't help
Appearance judging's over, Bill. I hate to burst your bubble with it. Ken Kaiser, this is his second official. We gave him a launch, that's why we missed the takeoff. This is his entry into big time stunt. He's already flown one official. We're going to get four today. Conditions are just, I don't know that they could be better. It turned out to be a beautiful day. are certainly having a beautiful, beautiful day for a competition, but tomorrow is going to be even better. Second official on Saturday. That's beautiful new plane. This is a copy of similar to, I'm assuming it's similar to his original one. Very, very nice plane, competitive. He's beautiful this time. Was second at last year's Nats. Clearly the oldest model on the field by about 10 years. Or more. We don't know. There you go. They're pretty straight. Matt Newman's speaker was in the front row 2 years ago, 1 year ago. Beautifully inked and detailed. Bill Rich taking a circle for his official. Look at the heat rising off the runway here. It's starting to get hot now. Nobody's wearing a jacket anymore. Smith giving Bill Rich a launch. Beautiful takeoff. Bill Rich, one of my absolute favorite people. Stew ball. You want to hear a funny story? Ask them why I call them stew ball. Probably won't tell you. One of the prettiest paint jobs out here. Blow that candy apple colors. Mike Ferguson helped conceive the design trim. Worked with Bill on it. Stew Ball was a racehorse, and I wish you were mine. Oh, Bill, if you only knew how many people I've told that story to over the years. He never drank water. He always drank wine. Here's the maneuver that makes or breaks your whole flight. Get a good score on a square 8, you can probably leave out 3 other maneuvers. Get a bad score and it's... Bill, if you only know how much we love you, and we miss you up in Jersey, baby. We used to come to all the contests. Oh, man. But we know you're happy in your new home in Florida. Rooting for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they'll probably kill the Giants this year. Watching Keyshawn make all those key plays. So anytime you want to just call up Bill Rich, call him collect in fact, or email him and say, why does Wendy call you Stew Ball? And I wish she were mine. He never drank water. He always drank 10%. Anyway, one of the things we're trying to do is get pretty much everybody at least one of their flights. Where are we? Who are we? Try to get everybody at least once if we possibly can. As a little memory and years gone from now when we're all older. Maybe some of us won't be flying. Randy Smith put in, this is his third official. We missed the second one. We missed the first one. His first flight was a doozy, a killer. That was probably the best flight I had ever seen Randy fly. It's a beautiful plane. He did not get his fair share of appearance points, not in my opinion, but this is a beautifully made plane. Beautiful paintwork. I'm humming that Stubble thing all afternoon now. Anyway, right after Randy, I think we're going to go for a lunch break. I'm going to be the pit boy that runs and gets hamburgers. And Kent will stay and be the guard dog for the equipment, make sure nobody steals Strega. I don't want to come back and see some dog taking a bite out of Strega. Glenn Taylor is our pit boss today, and he's doing a good job. I want to thank him, of course, for his efforts, and Dawn usually shoots a lot of nice pictures for Stunt News. Jim Pauls did a great job of getting this thing organized. Warren's done a great job of running it. Gary, as always, doing a great job training the judges. Interpreting the rules, which seems to be more and more of a headache as years go by, but I think we gotta live with it. Look at the plane on the bottom with the when it transitions. A lot of the European planes are like that. They paint the bottom with a different pattern, Kaz for instance. It accents the maneuvers. Bob McDonnell, I think, had one that was painted with a similar transitional paint job. I believe this will be the end of the first round. And we'll be back to this after a lunch break. A well-deserved lunch break for the judges. Claus had a little repair to do on his plane. But the free flight guys have started putting up regular flights here, and so they're all chasing them with motorcycles and stuff. It's kind of a nice little addition, entertainment value while we're flying. We got some RC stuff going on in the RC area. So it's just like the old days. Free flight, RC, and control line all on the same site at the same time. Well, as I speak, we will put up a free flight. We're pretty just floating.
Gonna switch back, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we did it for sure. Not up. Right on my spine.
I did come. This is after the fact. It's called genetics. He likes the way it's done. I see some of them. I believe the other stuff would be an action for one, right?
Number over here.
That's just a...
Oh, we got a DEFCON patch on it.
Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, solder is.
Don't look like it's cold.
Solder's Class A.
It's high-tech patch.
It's okay.
Ken Kaiser, third official. Beginning of round 2, he's got the first flight, and the air has gone totally unpredictable. Even the judges don't know which way the wind has been. It's been puffing. The 3 flights have been riding thermals right out of here. We've had a great week working with Kent, hanging out, and I hope it's all going to pay up. He's going to have a great time, good ride home. Thinking about this first team trial. I know I remember mine just like it was yesterday. Something you never forget. carbon fiber tank we have, and Ken's plane is going to make it through the week without a problem. It's very helpful to get all the information from him for our tank program. Substantial. Third flight. Billy Rowage, fourth official. As the close come to the end, we're almost at the end of the fourth round, and we'll go check out the scores for today. nicer. His 4th official flight. And I'll tell you, we have spent this whole last 3 or 4 days together, and he's just been a joy to be with. We've had a great time. I think he's going to come away from this knowing a lot, planning his winter projects out. Certainly made some new friends. I really have to say we've had, even though I have not flown well, I think Kent has really, for the first time out of Beancraft, certainly flown a lot better than I did the first time I went. And he stuck with it through the thick and thin, through the heat, the hot days, the long nights working on the planes. I am truly impressed. And I'll make a prediction that in the future, we're going to see Kent way up, moving up, way up high. He's already building a new plane. We're already going to have new equipment for next year. And most of all, I think he's got a good perspective on the place the hobby has to play in your life so that you get the most out of it without any of the frustration of fighting the steering wheel when it isn't going well, or when you're having these bad days like I'm having. You just got to tough your way through them. Fancher's 4th official. some of the real official flights of the top 10, and we don't know who those 10 will be yet, 10 out of the 18 or 17. We're going to try to get some official flights, the official scores, preserve this moment in stunt history forever.